Hey everyone, today we are diving deep into Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance by Robert Pirsig. This isn't just a book about motorcycles or Zen, it's a philosophical journey that might just change how you see the world. Let's get rolling. Let's start with the two ways of thinking Pirsig introduces, the romantic and the classical. The romantic view is all about intuition and feeling. It's like when you're riding and you're just one with the road, feeling the wind, experiencing the moment. You're not thinking about how the engine works or the physics of staying upright. You're just being. On the flip side, we have the classical view. This is the analytical scientific approach. It's when you're troubleshooting an engine problem, methodically checking each component, understanding the mechanics of how everything works together. Now, Pirsig argues that true quality with a capital Q comes from blending these approaches. It's not enough to just feel or just understand. Real mastery, real engagement with the world comes from both. Let's break this down with some examples. Think about cooking a meal. The romantic approach appreciates the aromas, the textures, the overall experience of the dish. The classical approach understands the chemical reactions, the precise measurements, the cooking techniques. A great chef blends both. They understand the science, but they also have that intuitive feel for flavors and presentation. Or consider a programmer writing code. The classical side understands the syntax, the algorithms, the logic. But a truly great programmer also has that romantic intuition for elegant solutions, for code that's not just functional but beautiful in its efficiency. Now let's talk about one of Pirsig's most intriguing ideas, the concept of ghosts. Pirsig says, the ghost of rationality is what Friedrich called the ghost of normal everyday assumptions. But what does he mean by this? Pirsig argues that we all have these ghosts, underlying assumptions and beliefs that shape how we see the world. For ancient cultures, these ghosts might have been literal spirits or gods that explained natural phenomena. But for modern society, our ghosts are things like scientific laws, economic theories, or social norms. Take gravity, for instance. We don't question it, we just accept it as a fundamental truth. But Pirsig would say that gravity is a ghost, a concept we use to explain and predict how things work, but not something we can directly observe or touch. These ghosts aren't necessarily bad, they help us make sense of the world. But Pirsig warns that we shouldn't mistake these mental constructs for ultimate reality. They are tools for understanding, not absolute truths. This idea ties into Pirsig's concept of quality. He suggests that quality is what exists before our mind divides experience into subject and object, before we apply our ghosts to make sense of things. Now let's talk about gumption, another key concept in the book. Gumption is that combination of enthusiasm and determination that keeps us going when things get tough. It's what keeps you working on a challenging project or pushes you to master a difficult skill. But Pirsig warns about gumption traps, things that can drain our enthusiasm and will. These could be internal, like self-doubt or impatience, or external, like bad weather when you're trying to work outside or not having the right tools for a job. Recognizing these traps is crucial. When you're aware of what's draining your gumption, you can take steps to address it. Maybe that means taking a break, or maybe it means pushing through a difficult task to build momentum. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is the importance of caring. Pirsig argues that quality comes from genuinely caring about what you do. It's not about being perfect, it's about being engaged, being present, and giving your full attention to the task at hand. This applies to everything. Whether you're fixing a motorcycle, writing a report, or having a conversation with a friend. When you truly care, you're more likely to notice details, to go the extra mile, to produce work that has that indefinable quality of excellence. So, how can we apply all this philosophy to our daily lives? Let's break it down. Strive for balance between the romantic and classical approaches. Appreciate the beauty and the underlying mechanics of things. Whether you're admiring a sunset or solving a math problem, try to engage both your feeling and thinking sides. Be aware of your costs, those underlying assumptions that shape your worldview. Question them from time to time. Are they serving you well? Are they limiting your perspective? Cultivate your gumption. Pay attention to what energizes you and what drains you. When you feel your enthusiasm is flagging, ask yourself why. Is it an internal or external gumption trap? How can you address it? Care about what you do, no matter how small the task. Bring your full attention to everything you do. You might be surprised at how much more satisfying even routine tasks can become. Seek out moments of pure quality, those experiences where you're fully engaged, where the division between you and what you're doing seems to disappear. These moments of flow are where Pirsig's ideas really come to life. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance is a deep, complex book, and we have only scratched the surface. But I hope this ride has given you a taste of its ideas and maybe inspired you to think differently about quality in your own life. Remember, whether you're riding a motorcycle, solving a problem at work, or just going about your day, you have the opportunity to engage with quality. It's not about being best, it's about being present, being engaged, and caring about what you do. Until next time, keep your wheels turning and your mind open to the quality all around you. And don't forget to question your ghosts once in a while. You might be surprised at what you discover. Peace out.